But, you said, you talked about how you've been in Dallas now for a number of years and you've really settled down there. Can you talk at all about maybe the sport and entertainment opportunities for like young professionals that are currently arising in Dallas, or even just the state of Texas as a whole?
Oh
And
yeah, well, there's a ton. It's a really unique place, guys. I'm a big fan. Okay, I'm a Dallas. I love Detroit. I had a wonderful career and experience there. I was there, 18 years. Um, I find Texas to be really, really positive. It's kind of got crazy politics, and so I have to watch myself because you get into the the the, the blue red thing.
yeah,
And I'm not a red guy, so it's sometimes a problem for me here in Texas. Um, but it's got a really pro-business, pro-positive kind of like approach to things. The government tends to be pretty hands-off, which is usually good. I find the city of Dallas to be, really, really welcoming, and really a melting pot. The city now it's the third largest market in the country. It's surpassing Chicago pretty much as we speak. Dallas Fort Worth is over 8 million people. It's been a magnet for companies both from the Northeast and from California, like Toyota is here. You can't believe the sprawl, and it's just a really successful, great spot. I would recommend it to anyone looking for jobs in any industry. Dallas, Texas is really great. I live it's funny. I live in a suburban neighborhood that you would think would be, kind of lily white because it's relatively affluent. But I mean, I walk my dogs every morning, and there are kids in Honduras, and there are, every color, shape, religion, size imaginable. And it's a real melting pot. I find it to be a great place to work. So if I were getting started, I'd just get down here and get at it and get working. And it's so funny because when we started, you guys asked what was it like at a Stars game? Well, if you were playing Pittsburgh, half the crowd was from Pittsburgh and was cheering for the Penguins. If we were playing the Red Wings, half the crowd was wearing the wing wheel, and there were people that had migrated here from there. And that's true of Boston and Philadelphia and New York. And I mean, it was just like, and that's what it is here. So we're not, the league office always wants to paint us as, Western. So they're always trying to do the cowboy rodeo thing. They couldn't be further off. Like Fort Worth might be a little like that. Dallas is Chicago. We always say it's Chicago, a little more polite. It's got a little Southern heritage, but it bustles. It feels like Detroit to me in terms of, approach and attitude and community and all those kinds of things. So it's a really positive place. But, and we have every major now. So there's FC Dallas. There's we're trying to pass one of my biggest initiatives left with the Stars is trying to pass digital sports betting. Because we think that's a huge opportunity here. $5 billion is bet illegally on sports in Texas.
Yep.
If you can imagine, it's crazy, right? Like you're not going to tax and regulate that. So unfortunately, it's unlikely to get passed in this legislative session. So it's probably be 2 years before we get it done. But there's those opportunities exist here big time, and major, like Elon Musk has moved Tesla to Austin. And they're buying land all over. We have our minor league team there. So the American Hockey League team of the Dallas Stars is in Cedar Park, Texas, which is Austin. And we just know Musk is buying everything around there. So, that's kind of what Texas is about. There's still a lot of land. It's relatively inexpensive. We're one of the few states that doesn't have a state income tax. So you get a raise here the moment you move here, you get a raise. So it's kind of, Comerica moved here, you guys. I mean, my office is Comerica, is the Comerica Arena, if you can imagine. And, like that's a blowback to Detroit. So, it's chock full of opportunity. So whether you're in sports or you're doing something else, I'm a big fan. So